Welcome into the Modelo Blue-White Player Show. We are here at the Penn State Golf Course where it is now fall. It is dark outside officially. It is a good time to be at the Penn State Golf Course. So today we are joined by Penn State wrestler Tyler Kasak. Tyler, thanks for joining us today, man.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. We got Goon as always.
What's going on, boys?
How are we
girls?
doing?
How are we?
Enjoy the weekend?
Enjoy the weekend.
You had a trip, didn't you?
I was in Columbus.
Oh, no.
Friday to Sunday. And I got to say, it was the best trip we've had to Columbus ever. I will say that. I mean, I went out there with zero, thoughts of winning and stuff like that. So I was like, let's just let it roll out, have some good times. And, I usually get mad at Ohio State people because of their rudeness, but they were actually really good this year because they knew they were going to smack us around. So that's like a cocky attitude they had. And, they deserved and earned that right. But it was a great trip. I mean, the people we go out there with, my buddy Fire Truck Time and his girl Chrissy, they took care of us this year. It's just a funny story. Sorry, Tyler. We'll get into you in a minute here. So I met these people 2 years ago in the RV lot at the Horseshoe, and now they've come up last year. Then they stayed with us and partied with us, and then this year we went out there. The man has a fire truck, like an old school fire truck.
Did they sell those off? I feel like.
Oh yeah, that's like 100 something. It's like 50 years old. It's an old baby. So he's telling us the story, and he's like, he has it cut down. So you open up the gates where the hoses are, and it's like 360-inch televisions that pop out. He's got a smoker. He's got all kinds of stuff. I was like, it was done right, man. I mean, the tires even had Ohio State football logos on them. Not the wheels, the tires.
One day we'll get there.
That's all right. They can have it all they want. But he was telling me, he goes, I paid $6,500 for it. But he goes, you know what an oil change cost? And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, this is an old Detroit is a diesel engine, so it's about $5,000 to get an oil change on it. I'm like, I'm already out of it.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm already out of the fire truck world.
Yeah, that's not the business I want to get into.
Nope. I mean, I'll sell them or do the oil change for them. So
there you go.
All right. Welcome to the show, Tyler Kasak. How are you, brother?
I'm doing good. Thank you guys for having me.
It's always nice to talk to you guys. It's actually enjoyable talking to you guys because the success that you guys have had the last 10, 15 years, and it's always good to get a little bit of insight on your guys' world. So, the first question I had is, how the heck did you get to Bethlehem Catholic from Doylestown, Pennsylvania, from where you should have gone to Central Bucks East?
Yeah, so I grew up in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, and I think my parents were kind of always the parents that were just kind of like make things happen no matter how crazy it was. It was just like, if you're going to put your effort into something, like, let's do it. So I would train at a club that was kind of in Bethlehem. And so I was already going up there from maybe just say like 10 years old all the way up to until, going into my 8th grade year. And I was looking at a bunch of different schools. I was looking at Malvern. Obviously I was looking at Central Bucks East just because it was close. And then, Bethlehem Catholic just kept winning and winning and winning and winning. And they just kept breeding winners. So I was like, this is where I want to go. I felt like it was like almost the Penn State of, Pennsylvania wrestling. And so, it was just an easy choice. And, my parents backed it. And we found like we were able to carpool. And, some of my great friends to this day, long carpool rides and great stories, share and laugh. So
between the two of you next to me, you guys drove an hour and 45 minutes a day to get to classes in high school.
It's worth it, right? It pays off.
It worked out at the end, right?
Yeah.
As long as it works out.
Sit next to two overweight, beat up offensive linemen. You hit it, bro. You made it. Call your dad right now and say, Dad, I made it. I never looked so good in my life.
Yeah. Tyler, when you get the call from Kale and you just, what was the situation? How did that start out? And what were the thoughts going through your mind that Kale Sanderson wanted you to come wrestle at Penn State?
Yeah, so actually, it's kind of a funny story. I was up here in State College. We're at an Airbnb. My parent, or just me and my mom and brother up here. And we're training at one of the local clubs they have. And all day my phone's ringing, like as soon as midnight strikes, you get the text messages and then you start getting the phone calls. And so it was really cool, but then it was just like, there was no Kale. And then around like 9 o'clock at night, Coach Kale, PA number rings. And I was like, oh boy. And I was like, Pitt already called me, so all the PA schools pretty much called me. So I was like, all right, it's got to be him. So I answered the phone. And every single school that called me was like, all right, they're trying to sell me on something, you know what I mean? Scholarships, positions, whatever the case may be. They're trying to sell me everything. All me and Coach Kale talked about was chickens and guinea hens. And then at the end of the phone call, he was like, "Oh, like by the way, we obviously want you to come to school, but I wanted to ask you. I heard you're a farmer, so."
Well, here's the deal. You told me off the air here, which blew my mind a little bit, that you had K-Sex Cuts, was your dad's butcher shop, specialty butcher shop in the Doylestown area. So you had the background in the meats and the cuts to talk to him about it.
Oh yeah. So my dad growing up, he's a jack of all trades. He's done pretty much everything there is. He played pretty much every sport. And so he kind of settled on a butcher shop and farming as kind of like a profession. So he's got a butcher shop where he does venison, he does beef, he does pigs, does a little bit of chickens, does a little bit of ducks, little geese, some turkeys, a little bit of everything, but mainly just deer, beef, and pigs. Those are his main thing. And he's got a farm of beef and pigs and
plug
goats.
it up, man.
So we
K-Sex Cuts in Doylestown, right?
Yeah, K-Sex Cuts in Doylestown. So this is probably the most advertising he's ever done.
It's free too. It's even better. That's why he doesn't advertise.
He's big on a man of his word, or word of mouth advertising. He's never done anything. He's really old school.
I'm jumping on the land. Sorry, I'm going to steal a question. So, how old is your dad?
He's like early 40s.
Early 40s. So, geez, Louise.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's even now. He's 10 years after me. So because I had played Central Bucks East when I was in high school one time in the preseason game, and they kicked the living crap out of us. So I was waiting for you. You're like, oh, my dad, he knows you.
No,
he smoked you in 90. So he was only 8 years old in 1990. So I had that going for me.
He wasn't a football player either. He was a snowboarder. He had long hair. He was doing the half pipe. Oh yeah. Yeah, how I got into wrestling, I don't know how. Compared to he's a skateboarder.
Well, he's probably the kind of guy like you got into wrestling. You said you made that decision to get in wrestling. It was you do this all your everything you have and every fiber in your body goes towards that sport.
Yeah, absolutely.
He wasn't like one of those like, oh, if you want to quit, go ahead. No, if you said you wanted to wrestle, you stayed on that team and you went through it. Up. The French Bulldogs. Do they cut up French Bulldogs? I got to cut.
I don't think they do. But yeah, he was just one of those guys that you just give it your all. As long as you're giving it your all, then I'm going to back it, whatever the case may be. So he's always been a really big support growing up. So it's been nice having him around, and the same thing for my brother and sister.
Nice.
So, Tyler, you're not too far from home. What was the adjustment period like getting to college and kind of getting comfortable here, integrating into this team? What was that process like for you?
It was almost like there's almost zero adjustment. It was like I came up here my senior year, and I was trained up here for a year ahead of time, so I didn't wrestle my senior year of college or senior year of high school, sorry. And so we were just in the practice room all the time. I was in there maybe like 3 days a week or something like that. So I got to know the guys pretty well and who I was going to be hanging out with. And almost all the recruits that were coming, I already knew because we're on the same circuit. So once we kind of hopped in and started classes and everything, there was really just no adjustment other than you got to be up for classes and nobody's waking you up. That was pretty much the only adjustment.
Well, that's what we want to talk about when we wake up, because we talk about this is one of our biggest things. Like you guys are off the mat right now. Football players are off the field, off the court, all that stuff. So what is a day in the life of Tyler Kasich?
Yeah, so I wake up. This semester's kind of crazy. I've got 9 a.m.s Monday through Friday. They're just cooking me with them.
No.
Yeah, I know, right?
I used to complain about 8 a.m. You're complaining about 9 a.m.?
Yes.
But so then we do that, and I'll have class or I'll have meetings or something all the way till practice or whatever that may be. So my mornings are pretty busy, and then we'll go right into practice. And then once we get done practice, I'll come home. I'll either hang out with a dog for a little bit or whatever the case may be, get a snack. And then I'll head over to the goat barn and we'll hang out, take care of my goats.
That's what we're going to talk about here. He's got a herd of goats he maintains up here. Come on.
Yeah. So,
that's what it is. He's telling me before. I was like, dude, are you kidding me here? This is awesome.
Yeah. So, goats are something I've always wanted or always had, always loved. I got my first goats when I was like 5 years old. My grandfather had a barn full of pygmy goats, or the tiny little dwarf-looking goats, and I wanted one, and he was like, well, if you can catch them, you can keep them. And I was 5, so I spent like 4 hours trying to catch 2 goats. And I eventually caught them. And then so, ever since then, I've always had goats. And when I came to college, I couldn't have goats anymore, so I was kind of kind of like, dang, I missed that part of my life because it's kind of just like a good escape. And
like a little mental
fun.
thing, get away from it and start thinking about it.
It's good time. Good. Yeah, and so I never had that. My dad, he was like, hey, we got to find a way to get these things up here. And long story short, we found a property that I was hunting. A guy named Frank Downey. He let us house a couple goats there and shoot some deer off his property every once in a while, which is really nice. And so now we started with, I think I started with 3 goats. I bought them from the local 4-H auction. Then now I got 14. So they multiply pretty quickly.
Yeah, and where do you do with them? Because I was already saying, I was waiting for your dad to come up here and butcher them. You're like, no, he doesn't do that. Where do you do?
Yeah, so I sell them for like local 4-H kids or FFA kids. They like to show them and stuff like that. My brother's getting into that, and so we're constantly breeding and finding different genetics and different goats all over the place. Like I have livestock or goats from everywhere from Texas to Iowa, all the way down to Georgia. I mean, pretty much almost every end of the country. I mean, I've got to go from.
This is literally why we do the Blue White Player Show.
I want to add.
How are we supposed to know this about him? No one talks about this. See, we get to the inside.
Yeah. This is a true PA man. I want to put forward no more like Florida. We're done with the Maryland guys too. Everybody, even though I'm from Maryland, this is why we have PA guys on right here. You don't get this from anybody else. I'll tell you what.
He's out slaying deers, gutting goats, all that stuff,
Oh, yeah, we get Western out here. In Pennsylvania, though.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I love it. That's amazing.
I'm telling you, I mean, I'm completely, that's amazing. I sit here talking for an hour about it. But, so, I mean, is there an ag future for you? Is that what you're majoring in? I mean,
no.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, agriculture is always something that's going to be a part of me. I think regardless of what happens in my life, I think I'll always have some type of livestock. I just think it's great for you, and I think it's just like knowing where your food comes from. I mean, I think that's how I was kind of raised, and that's how I kind of want to continue to grow up, and then eventually raise my kids, and just understanding where your food comes from.
Is that what the major is, though?
No, so I'm majoring in RPTM, which is just like recreational parks and tourism management, and so I'm not exactly sure where I necessarily want to go. There's a very wide range of things that you could do with that, but I kind of just chose it because all the guys on the team were like, hey, this is pretty sweet major, you guys should check it out. And so I was like, all right, well, I'll try it. And so I like it. The classes are cool, and the professors have been really good. So I've been able to meet some cool guys. A bunch of guys on the football team are there, and track team, and hockey team. So I get to mingle with those guys, and so they're pretty cool. So I've just been really happy with that major. I've been all over the place with majors, though. I started with ag business. Then I was like, all right, this is the numbers and all this stuff.
Yeah, the accounting comes and then it's over. I've been there.
I can raise these things. I can't account for
Yeah,
them.
Exactly.
Oh, the accounting to 11, no.
And then I did the communications, and it just wasn't hitting right with me. And then I got to Parks and Recs, and I was like, well, at least we're outside. At least we're talking about, nature and stuff. So I was like, all right, we'll stick with this
What's
one.
the favorite class you had up here?
Right now, my RPTM 101 class is actually really cool. I would just like the professor. She's awesome. Her name's Jen. I got a bunch of football players in there. She's just super cool. The people she brings in is awesome. Like, we'll do like a guest speaker maybe once a week or something like that, and she'll bring in some like people that are working for like big artists or like musicians or like NFL teams, and so like it's cool getting to hear what those people have to say. And
they ain't raising no goats, bro. I mean, you're the best interview we've had.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
Good. I'm glad. Yeah, the goats are awesome. I mean, they've been part of my life forever. So I don't think that's just one thing I'll always keep with me.
You got anything else before we get into
I got the biggest question of all. I mean, when you were slaying the guy from Iowa, when you were holding him up above your arm, giving the old flex, this and that, I don't, how are you?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, was that planned or that just happened?
No.
Because, dude, I remember sitting there saying that may have been the biggest pimp move I've ever seen on a wrestling match.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like in football, we're offensive linemen. Football is we're going to take you against your will and move you that way or this way, so our running back can go this way. So what you just did is you picked a man up against his will, and he could do nothing, and you just gave a little tone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, there was zero planning going in that. I mean, I knew – actually, the planning was I was not going to celebrate because I was driving there, and I was like into the parking deck, and I was like, I know I'm going to win. I'm going to go out here. I'm going to smash this guy. Like I was getting pumped up in the car. I was like, but I'm going to act professional. and I act like I've been here before. Act like nothing, it's nothing new. And then when there was like 5 seconds left, and I knew I kind of had it, and I had him. He kind of like tried to throw me, and I picked him up, and I glanced out, and I saw there was about 5 seconds left, and then I just looked in the crowd, and it was quiet, and I was like, dude, we got this in the bag. Like, what are we all quiet for? So let's show them, put my fist up there, and let them know that everything was all good, and we're gonna win this one. And they went crazy, and it was one of the greatest experiences ever.
That was awesome, dude.
Yeah,
that's a baller move right there.
My second favorite picture of Penn State wrestling, obviously, Bo jumping up after he just pinned the guy at the Nationals to win the national title was a pretty close one. But I don't know, man. The pimp move you threw out there was pretty damn nice.
Did any of the coaches at Kale have anything to say off that one? Did they like it or?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Kale was kind of like, he's pretty quiet, like talking about, he's not much of a celebrator himself. Yeah. So he was just kind of like, I mean, he did say the one thing he said was like, oh, like that's going to be one of those pictures that's going to be there for a while. Like, just so you know, like it's going to be like up with that Bo on. And we talked to Bo and his family, and they were saying the same thing. Like, it's just one of those pictures that makes people just like remember.
I'm pretty sure Iowa might be having that in their locker room.
Throwing darts at it or something.
Yeah, that's their motivation for this year.
Yeah.
Is you doing that to them. But there you go. Now you get the fat boy questions.
The most important, and why you're here today, Tyler. We've elevated from favorite food spot. We're now going your top 3 favorite food spots. We'll say in the greater Penn State area. So if you want to include a Belfont or you travel a little bit around, but if it's one of those nights you got off, you want some good food, top 3 places that you're going to.
All right. So I got my number one like chicken spot is Big Dean's Hot Chicken. I think that chicken is the best chicken I've ever had in my entire life.
We've heard that a couple times here. Okay, Big Dean's. All right.
Really good. And then I would say number 2, I'd put in, I mean, this is kind of like a chain restaurant, but we go Texas Roadhouse, but just like the vibes with the guys and everything. Like,
the fat guys
can't go wrong.
The fat guys are going to say the rolls and the sweet butter.
Oh, I love the rolls.
Me and him. That's exactly. I looked at his eyes and he was like this.
It did. When you said Texas, it popped in like the taste of the cinnamon butter on the roll.
I knew it.
It did. It popped right in my mind.
I knew it as soon as he said it. He goes,
"Oh boy!"
I said, "Here comes the cinnamon butter."
Yeah, that stuff is great. We always get the team to go there, so I think that's why I think it's more of a closer spot to me. I think it's why it's so big. And then I think it's called the Tavern.
Yeah, the Tavern.
The Tavern.
Yeah, Tavern. Look classy.
Mm-hmm. And then if I had to put a 4th in there, I'd probably put it in the Federal Tap House. That place is
can't go wrong with that.
I went there last night. I mean, it's delicious.
There you go.
But yeah, those are my top.
You working at AL deals there?
I wish. They gotta hit me up.
Tell the owner you're gonna pick him up and throw him on your shoulder. You pay me my money now.
There we go. Well, Tyler, we really appreciate you joining us. I think we can say this might have been the best interview of the year here. So
I mean, we got 40 minutes to talk about Penn State football. But I'm talking about sheeps and goats, baby.
I know. This is fantastic.
You guys got to come over sometime.
Dude,
yeah,
dude.
Thank
you very much.
Thanks.
Great
Absolutely.
time. Good luck to you the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Let's go for another one.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
It's like number 65 out of 67 years, I think.
Something like that.
It feels like
close
that. My goodness. So, Tyler, great job, man. Thank you very much.
Guys.
See, it wasn't that hard. You were all scared and nervous.
No,
man.
it was easy.
Come on now.
No, we're laid back.
Fat boys in football. That's all we're talking about, baby.
There we go. Thank you guys so much. We'll be right back with the Blue White Modelo Playo Show.
WFXS, once again. Your sports radio. Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA's Sports Authority. WFXS America. 98.7 The Fox State College.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally. bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
The Center Hall Farm Store has been serving Center County and beyond for well over a half century. A small family business, the Center Hall Farm Store specializes in animal nutrition and manufactures its feed fresh using local ingredients. Get the best in horse, cow, pig, chicken, and bird feeds. If you're not already a customer, stop in and see why so many of your neighbors are. The Center Hall Farm Store at 110 West Allison Street in Center Hall, or call us at 814-364-1393.
Two of the top names in local printing have combined to serve you better. King Printing of State College has merged with theprinters.com, forming one of the 400 largest printers in America. Combining traditional offset printing and digital workflow techniques, theprinters.com can print, assemble, package, and ship to anywhere in the world, all with the same high quality customers have known and trusted for over 50 years. Buy local and save. Get started today at theprinters.com.
With a Timber Kids savings account, you can start to save money, earn prizes, and teach your kids the value of savings. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Building futures is what we do at TFCU.
You really need to belong to a credit union. You belong at TFCU, Timberland Federal Credit Union, a credit union you can grow with.
You're tuned in to the Blue and White Players Show with Keith Goon Conlon and Landon Tengwall, broadcasting live from the 19th hole at the Penn State Golf Courses every Monday at 6 p.m. all season long. Special thanks to this season's sponsors of the Players Show: Lusk and Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Turner Construction, Austin and Pam Schanfelter, Chris and Lisa Heydrich. Now back to more of the Blue and White Players Show.
Welcome back into the Modelo Blue White Players Show here at the Penn State Golf Course, which I'm taking some lessons actually coming up here, Goon. Just signed up with my boy Garrett here, who will take good care of you. So if you're looking to get lessons, swing on by. I'm just signed up. I'm going to get some fitted for some clubs as well.
What? Don't buy them until December 12th. You just turned off there. I didn't hear you.
Am I here? Hello?
You shut off here?
Oh, we're here.
You went the wrong. You picked up the wrong headset. Yeah, but there's the. It's the big pro shop sale that they have here.
Oh, there you go. Thanks
all
for
the
that.
time. I mean, I talked to Hughes about it last week. Mike Hughes being the golf pro here. He did one of my Timberland interviews the other day.
Timberland Tuesday.
Timberland Tuesday.
Timber Tues.
So let me see here. So you could, I mean,
yeah, no,
don't buy anything until we get this.
All right, we'll get it sorted out. I want to be a good golfer because I'm horrible. I think I said that I went to the Letterman's golf outing this year. I broke 2 of my clubs and I quit. So I stopped playing.
I heard about that.
Yeah, so I said, I'm gonna take this time in this season that might not be going super great, and we're gonna try to get better at golf. So when I go down to our boy C4C with Austin, Champions for Children down in, we're gonna be in Margaritaville. It's gonna be a good one.
Away again.
We're gonna play that the whole trip. I'm gonna be playing that on the plane ride down, and so I want to golf. I don't want to embarrass myself. I was playing with like CEOs of big time companies, and I was shanking it into the pond like every other opportunity.
Dude, I sold you so good too. I was like, bro, I
Dude.
said Austin. They said the kid could play.
No,
I'm
yeah.
telling you
I don't know. It was bad. And so I want to come back. I'm dedicated to coming back.
Oh my God.
In all these same tournaments. So I need to be with them again. I need to be with the same Letterman. I was with some old school offensive linemen because I got to impress them because it was a bad performance that I put on.
Penn State Golf Course's annual balloon sale, Friday, December 12th. Saturday, 3 to 7, December 12th, Friday, but Saturday, December 13th is 9 a.m. to 3. So if you're going to go buy a rack of clubs, the whole stack,
that'd be the time.
You got a balloon, and if you pop that balloon, it's going to go, say, 25% off, up all the way up to, there's a couple of balloons that have 100% off. You might get the whole rack of clubs for free.
I'm going to be here.
Absolutely, you're going to be here. Don't buy them until then.
All right. I'm in. You sold me.
See? I'm a salesman.
Yeah. That's right. That's what you've done. That's what you do.
Yeah. Good one wingy.
Goon
Yeah.
Goon, you have
So, you're going to do that. I mean, you're going to use the simulator to get your golf in?
Yeah.
And all that stuff?
Yeah.
Because they'll have the simulators up here soon.
Yeah.
I noticed today, I was like, we're pulling in here, it's dark. I was like, oh, they'll have the simulators up here real soon.
Yeah, I was just talking to Garrett back here. They're going to be putting them up, I believe, next week. I think they'll be up. Quote me on that.
6:15 next Monday night.
Probably. Yeah, that's going to be up. Yeah, you just walk in here and they're just up.
Oh, I know.
And there's no better feeling. I would come here with Sarah, and so my fiance was she was like golf management here. She kicked my butt.
Play in Austin's tournament with you?
She did. She was the best person on our team.
Good. So
yeah,
that's what I sold. I said I sold you as a couple.
There you go.
She carried you.
She full on carried. Yeah, it was very helpful to have that because if I didn't have that, it would have gotten.
So you were playing with some big time people down there, and you just stunk it up.
Oh, bad. Good news is there was one other guy that was pretty bad, and I had a couple decent shots, but it was so bad if I hit a good shot, it was kind of like a whole celebration because I was just that bad. It was like, hey, I hit a shot that's okay.
Oh my God, you got it off the tee.
Yeah,
way to go.
pretty much. It didn't go swimming with the Gators, and so that was good news for me. So that's my goal here come to the Penn State golf course and improve my game here.
My advice is just don't play golf.
It's pretty addicting. I'm not gonna lie.
It's one of the more addiction.
It's one of the more addicting things
It's a brutal addiction.
It really is amazing. It's so fun when the weather's nice. It's fun to be out there. But now it's
fun. You're sweating and your back hurts and everything hurts. And
yeah, your back really does hurt.
Don't get in any car accidents, bro.
No, I hope.
Don't do that.
Hope not.
Yeah, it was about your age when this happened. So yeah.
Oh no,
it was all fun. Yeah, it was all good times. Oh, great! Now I'm doing wonderful. Walking on my four legs and
yeah, looking good. So.
Yeah.
Game this weekend. Let's circle back on this. You were in Columbus. How was the trip up? Did you guys take a RV or?
We took Austin and Chris's bus out there.
There we go.
Friday morning. Got out there about 5 or 6 hours out there to get there. A little bit of traffic and stuff like that, but we partied all the way out there. So your boy Marco flew in from Dallas.
Very
nice.
He
can't make any home games this year, so he said, I'll come in for this weekend. So he came in Thursday night to State College. You saw him when you did the cut.
And I just missed him.
I
missed Marco.
And then he just went on to get on the bus to drive out there. And then he flew home from Columbus.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it was one of the parties, so we had a good time. We went out there, went to the Varsity Club Friday night, which was their big, like downtown spot, and was pretty empty and stuff like that. And then somebody was like, well, it's not really really good until 10 or 11 o'clock at night when the kids get here. And we're going to bed. We were in bed by 10 Friday night anyway.
Yeah, it's an early wake up.
Saturday we got up at 7. Got 8 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Went to the game about 8
Food?
o'clock. We left at 8. I'll get to that.
Okay.
The Varsity Club, they had pizza and wings and all that stuff. That was very legit, very good. We had our buddy Fire Truck Tom out there, took care of us. My buddy Dana Baduzzi and Robbie Maines, and they were out there, set us up pretty good. They were Ohio State people. See, I have actually nice Ohio State people. And when they don't believe us when we tell them your fans are jerks.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
No, they're not. And then 2 years ago we were out there and they didn't see it because they were there and they witnessed it. And they were they were pissed. They were yelling at the kid you don't talk like that, because the guy said that something was all over my face the whole morning. Something you hide behind a jockstrap. Let's just say that. So yeah, they were furious at it, and they're like, we never heard this. And I'm like, wow, this is normal. This is how they talk to the Penn State people. And
did you see the video of our buddy Venga Ioane, Penn State starting left guard?
Talk about it.
Mark Brennan caught the video. Shout out Mark Brennan. It's all over SportsCenter, ESPN. The NCAA themselves posted it. If you didn't see it, Venga Ioane was walking on the concourse up in the locker room after Penn State had the unfortunate loss. He hops over the concourse area over to where
there's a little bit of a the locker. There's a little bit of a decline going down and obviously coming up.
Yeah, so one of the equipment managers was struggling to kind of push it up, and Big V, when you're 340 pounds, that you can help out a little bit, and he did that with one hand.
Big cat hops over that thing with cleats on it. I'm like, how's he not kicking them out?
Knee braces too.
And then just grabs the cart and is like.
It was maybe one of the smoothest jumps I've ever seen. Yeah. And I mean, if I'm an NFL GM, not only do I love the video from the type of person I'm getting, but I'm seeing that jump. I'm like, all right, that's a guy I want now. But seriously, I mean, that's Penn State right there.
That's in my opinion, that's the Penn State that we used to be, we emulate and want to be, and we still are. I'm glad to see that we still have that. I mean, yeah, would we have liked to have won that game? Of course, but the team out in Columbus is pretty damn good.
I think that's the best team in America.
Might be one of the best teams I've seen in college football in a long time.
A little while.
I mean, 2019 Joe Burrow's LSU team. That was as stacked as an offense and defense as team as I've ever seen. Dude. And that's what we saw this past Saturday was pretty damn close.
That quarterback. Did they ever have a bad quarterback? Does that happen ever? This guy's just good for it. Well, when you guys played him, who'd they have?
Bobby Hoyne.
I don't know that name.
Yeah, he played in the league a couple of years.
Oh, okay.
Good guy. Yeah, this thing guy was saying.
You get Herbstreit at all, or no? Is that?
Nah, he's older than me.
Oh, okay.
Well, he was there, but we didn't play in the 90. We didn't play in the Big Ten until '93, and he was done in '92, I believe.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so, I mean, we were all discussing out there, and they're like, "Well, we really don't play you guys next year." I'm like, "Nah, we don't. We take a 2-year hiatus off from Ohio State, which
2028.
The first time we've played them every year. They're the only school we've played every year in the Big Ten. And I don't know
1993.
Why would they decide to say, "Yeah, we're not going to do that anymore"? I don't get it. They did that rivalry thing where they have to kept the games and all that stuff.
Everybody kind of got to pick a rivalry.
We got 0.
Well, we were kind of like when you're getting picked, at recess, and we were the last person, and there was no team for us. And it was just like Michigan and Ohio State already went off, and we were that guy, and everybody kind of paired off, and we're sitting there, and we're like the school dance, and we're the last. We're just sitting there, and it's like, oh no. I guess
last in gym class.
I don't think either of us probably experienced that. Did you get that?
No.
Yeah, I was going to say we were living it pretty good back then. Always the tallest.
Bigger, stronger,
volleyball.
faster,
they couldn't stop it. It didn't matter. Yeah, no, it's sad.
I was recruited to be a Foursquare player and
we got ESPN Ocho on here. The Ocho. There's spike ball between Georgia and Texas A&M.
So the SEC has spike ball as a sport.
Just means more, I guess.
It just means more in the SEC to have spike ball. The Big Ten have a dart team?
Maybe darts would be fun.
Louise.
Do it at we'll practice at Doggies and.
I would enjoy it.
There we go.
There's no doubt. So, we get to Ohio State, have a great time Friday night, good food, and we get up Saturday, go to the tailgate and all that stuff. Hotel we stayed at was very nice. And then the fire truck Tom, he had it catered, man. We weren't there 15 minutes, and they're just throwing plates of biscuits and gravy at us. And everybody's like, okay, well, that's the whole point. Get that base in you and stuff like that. Get that base down, and then you start ripping them down. And we got into he had meatballs. He had pulled chicken, potatoes, the mac and cheese with like 86 different cheeses on it. It was unbelievable.
Oh, boy.
And then he rocked out some unbelievable. I'm not going to lie to you. I am not a fan of brisket.
Really?
He had like this smoker there. But they started smoking the night before, and I'm like, dude, they don't even allow gas. They don't even allow charcoal at Penn State. And this guy has like a 15-foot smoker that hooks onto the back of a fire truck, and they're smoking foods.
We can't even have an open flame.
We can have an open flame. You just can't have. You can't have flame. You can have gas.
Oh, okay.
So it's crazy and all that stuff.
Boy.
So I'm telling you, I am not a fan of like smoked meats and stuff like that. And this cat bought out a brisket. And I was like, nah, I'm good. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, dude, that's like dripping. And I was like, because that's always my biggest issue with brisket.
It'll dry.
It's dry.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, this cat was beautifully seasoned, spiced, wet. I went for plate 2, and then I bought my Greek sausage out there and all that stuff.
When's that? Is that coming out this weekend?
I got to tell you a story. So my buddy Whit is in the audience here. So he stayed at Fire Truck Tom's house, and they left at 5 o'clock in the morning. And this is how crazy it is. It's not even registered to be on the highway, on a street. There's no license plate on it. It's not authorized. Cops pull it over, and they take pictures with it.
Oh. It's just legendary.
That's legend, dude. That's like, all right, I'm above the law.
Yeah.
That's Big Earn driving that thing, man. He's above the law. And then we're watching the game and stuff like that. And, God bless our guys. I mean, they played really well. They played tough. Again, I'm going to say it out loud. Ohio State is one of the best teams I've seen in my lifetime as a collegiate football team. And offensively and defensively, the whole team concept of it is pretty damn impressive.
They got, the quarterback to the wide receivers. These are all just first-round NFL draft picks. Just
year after year, after year, year after year.
It doesn't change.
Year after year.
Well, and so we're going against another Heisman candidates. We went against probably the favorite right now for the Heisman candidate, Julian Sayin, Ohio State's quarterback.
It was announced today that he is the odds-on favorite.
He's the odds, and the number 2 is we get to play him next. Fernando Mendoza, Indiana's quarterback, is coming to town. Last time Penn State was back-to-back weeks where we were more than 10-point underdogs. We were about 20-point underdogs to Ohio State. We're, I think, around 13, 14, around there. It's fluctuating around there against Indiana. So back-to-back over 2 touchdowns.
Say 2003 or 4, we were really bad.
I asked AI, so I don't know if it's all the way correct because I couldn't find it. But it said before 1990.
Okay.
Back-to-back weeks. Because you got to think, in general, you don't play the number 1 and number 2 team back-to-back weeks.
I got you.
So, and 10 points is a lot for a Penn State to be
at home.
At home, too.
So you figure the way the odds people do it is they give you 3 points for being a home team. Sometimes they give Penn State 4 because the crowd we have. So you figure that they think that Indiana is a 2-touchdown favorite over us. Now, nothing is saying that they're not. Nothing we have done is saying that we could stop them. And that offense is pretty damn potent, man. Very potent.
I'll tell you. So
but I'm just gonna say this out loud. I got that feeling, bro. Like these kids deserved. They gained a lot of. They hung with the number 1 team in the country last week. I know it was only for 2 quarters and a half, but before the big horses took it over. But I just got the feeling that their confidence grew a little bit this past week, and it looks like he was playing a lot of different guys.
He was, and the last time we got to rush the field here, 2016, so we're due for one. It's been about 9 years.
If they rush the field, no.
If we beat Indiana, we absolutely
are taking kids out there. We're Penn State, man. We don't rush the field.
We beat the number 2 team in the nation as an unranked team. We're rushing the field good. I hope you know that.
You just want to ruch the field.
I'll rush the field for
Watch
sure.
you got hit in the head with the field.
I know.
With the goal.
I'll suffer
711th concussion.
My 29th concussion at Penn State from rushing the field.
I think this one's going to do it.
Did you see? What game was that with the goalpost just completely fell down?
Dude, I'm telling you.
It's scary. So I don't know if anybody.
Fall, and if you hear them, you have no idea. Those things are solid.
Oh.
And they hit the ground and go boom, boom, boom.
It was some like team out west.
They've killed people
Yeah.
Before. Who got hit this week? SMU beating Miami.
Yeah. No,
I think SMU. They ran the field. It was like, dude, you're ranked above.
Yeah,
you were favorites. Like, come on now. Like, you guys are pretty good right now. And I think the SMU kid, I think he got clipped in the head with it. I think that's what happened.
I just saw I think it was like Arizona State or someone, and it just came down. It wasn't like a slow fall. It just like boom, and there were some people inside of the upright, and it hit no one. But it's like if it would hit someone on the head, oh my gosh!
People died in the 80s. I know for a fact that happened.
That's why
they had to stop it.
More people are actually more people pass away from vending machines falling on them than shark attacks. It's a real thing. So you're kicking it. Didn't get your chips.
You're not kicking it. I know what you're talking about.
You got to shake it, and then it starts. And then it freaks out. It has like a code.
Did you do the soda machines?
No, we didn't have.
If you pull a soda machine at you and you let it like come down and you
so
catch it, all the sodas come popping out. We used to do that at school. Like after like everybody went home, we would go down like when we were out lifting and be like we'd run down there and come back with like 7 barks. Meanwhile, it could have died. You could. I hope those bark root beers were worth it, goon.
Well, I'll tell you, this is the old school, new school. Nowadays, I mean, even in my day, they had this high tech machines, and it was they caught on to people like you, and they went ahead and they tightened it up, and if you shook it, they weren't coming out at all.
Well, nowadays, you guys probably have some counterfeit like little thing you put in there.
Well, you used to tie the string to the coin and pop it in and pull it back out, right?
Oh my!
Sure, you've done that. I've seen that on like Tom and Jerry or something.
Wow. My dad used to talk about doing that, but I never did it. Jesus. Tom and Jerry, that's good.
That's back in the day. That's back in the day.
Buddy. So,
well, Goon, I think we'll take a quick break here, come back. We'll talk a little bit more about we'll talk about the season. I think very quickly we'll probably get a new head coach as the season ends and talk a little bit about what that entails. And obviously our guy Pat Kraft's making the call on that right now and a couple other people.
I didn't hear about.
What?
I don't know. Did you? You said we might have a decision by the end of the season.
Oh no, I just think we can talk about it. I think you have to. I think you have to I'm saying you have to. The latest you can hire someone is the week after Rutgers, which is the final game on the 29th.
Yeah, but what if the other guy's still coaching?
I think that's my take. Well, we'll get to it. It sounds like we got something to talk about when we get back.
Sure.
We'll be right back.
Oh, we got axe throwing now up here on the Ocho.
Axe throwing, yeah. Check out the ESPN Ocho. I don't know who gets it.
Ideas,
if you're YouTube TV, you don't get that anymore. We'll have to talk about that. We'll be right back. We'll be right back at the Penn State Golf Course, Blue White Modelo Player Show.
WFXS, once again. The Fox, your sports radio.
Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA Sports Authority, WFXS America.
98.7 The Fox State College. I'm the Modelo recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally, bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
The Center Hall Farm Store has been serving Center County and beyond for well over a half century. A small family business, the Center Hall Farm Store specializes in animal nutrition and manufactures its feed fresh using local ingredients. Get the best in horse, cow, pig, chicken, and bird feeds. If you're not already a customer, stop in and see why so many of your neighbors are. The Center Hall Farm Store at 110 West Allison Street in Center Hall, or call us at 814-364-1393.
Two of the top names in local printing have combined to serve you better. King Printing of State College has merged with theprinters.com, forming one of the 400 largest printers in America. Combining traditional offset printing and digital workflow techniques, theprinters.com can print, assemble, package, and ship to anywhere in the world, all with the same high quality customers have known and trusted for over 50 years. Buy local and save. Get started today at theprinters.com.
With a Timber Kids savings account, you can start to save money, earn prizes, and teach your kids the value of savings. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Building futures is what we do at TFCU.
You really need to belong to a credit union. You belong at TFCU, Timberland Federal Credit Union, a credit union you can grow with.
You're tuned in to the Blue and White Players Show with Keith Goon Conlon and Landon Tengwall, broadcasting live from the 19th hole at the Penn State Golf Courses every Monday at 6 p.m. all season long. Special thanks to this season's sponsors of the Players Show: Lusk & Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Turner Construction, Austin and Pam Schanfelter, Chris and Lisa Heydrich. Now back to more of the Blue and White Players Show.
Welcome back into the Modelo Blue-White Player Show here at the Penn State Golf Course.
Sounds so professional.
Thank you. I'm working on it. I'm trying to be like a...
I'm Landon.
Hello. It's like we're... Dude, imagine if we just got to go on. We just called like the ESPN game tonight. I think we do a good job. A lot of food would get talked about.
Yeah, of course. So, I mean, I told people this past weekend, if you ever want to watch something cool, watch the Manning podcast. Watch the Manning cast of Monday Night Football. It's on ESPN2, I believe. It's unbelievable. I just sit there and I watch games normally, and I'm completely amazed at how like the clock management of some people, some teams, NFL, college, all that stuff, and it's like, holy crap! You watch the games with the Mannings, and it's like they're sitting there, they're still like in their mind still playing, and you hear Eli in the background, timeout. You know, you hear Peyton saying, and the players out there running after the football like. You got to call timeout, dude. Like, and then now, the coaches are calling timeout for him. They have much of a great concept of watching the game. So me and you, like I've taught my buddy Chris out here in the crowd, I said, most people watch the quarterback. When the ball's hiked to the quarterback, they'll watch him drop back and stuff like that. Or they'll watch, the linebackers, defensive ends and stuff. Me and you watch the offensive line.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to watch the offensive line. Somebody I'll be like, that's a hold. Like, where? I didn't see that. And then touchdown, and you see the flag thing come up on screen, and I'm like, I tell you, it was a hold. I watched tackle to tackle.
Oh, me too.
Yeah,
without
I
a doubt.
think that me and you could sit there and we would be better at that. Talking about food in between set.
I'll tell you ESPN. We're gonna do like an Eli and Peyton, but O-line version.
Fats.
Yeah, just fat. Like O-line play and food and beer.
Yeah,
I think that'd do well.
Ball, barbecue, beer.
Anything else?
There you go.
That's it. Okay.
I was gonna say the B word, but I didn't want to go there.
There you go.
You're being an almost married man, and me and a married man. So
there we go. That's probably a good idea.
The B word.
Well, you know what? You can't get the Ocho or the Manning cast, or maybe us if we find our way on, if you have YouTube TV. So that was crazy. I know you're a cable guy still. Sure. So I just switched over to YouTube TV, and I'm thinking, I was like, oh, so it's like $80 a month, which, by the way, it's jumped up from 40 to 80 in like a couple of years.
Dude,
but
it's the grass ain't always greener, dude.
It's not.
It's always going to catch up.
So we're sitting here week 10 of the college football season in the NFL, and here comes the statement that ESPN and ABC, you can't watch any of it on YouTube TV because they had a dispute with Disney. Sure. Disney owns all of it. What doesn't Disney own? And here we said I can't watch any more ESPN, so I got to go back to cable. I guess I jumped off.
Well, that's the difference. I mean, what's the cable and then your internet? That's where generally it adds up, because they'll give you the cable if you have the internet, but if you just have internet with Xfinity, they're going to take you over to Barrel.
Oh no!
Show you the 50 states.
That's what I got. Yeah,
you're going to get that.
Oh no!
So if you package it with the your phone, cable, television, it's like football.
This is good. Like we're in checking insurance. It's like the Flow commercial from like Progressive. It's like if you bundle this,
we're
what's going on?
Limu the emu and Goon and Landon over here.
It's fantastic.
So I mean, we're talking. Well, the game.
I want to talk. Well, I want to talk about this coaching situation. Then we'll work our way back a little bit. So I'm under the impression I don't know anything. I don't think anybody knows anything.
No, I think honestly, God, I'll give you my honest opinion. I was leaning. I thought in my heart of hearts it was going to be Matt Rule.
I thought that was most likely
just
as well.
I mean, it's his best friend. They worked together in the past and stuff like that. He's a Penn State. It just fit at the time and stuff like that. I don't know. I just with him getting that extension and stuff like that. He's got Nebraska rolling in his vision, his way. I understand. So that's where I'm at with that. Because now I'm like, I have no idea where we're going. Because I don't think it's going to be Urban or Nick Saban. Because if it was somebody who was not coaching right now, they'd have been named. Instead of hemorrhaging recruits like we are right now.
Yeah.
So
we had this good offensive lineman, Kevin Brown.
I know. He's saw
built like I don't think I can say it, but just a big old boy.
Yeah.
And
I see pictures of him. I'm like, dude, that kid's not 17 years old.
Yeah. And
that kid's got biceps and muscles, and he's 17 and an offensive lineman. He should not have that.
No. He's going to be a big time player, and it looks like he's may go to Ohio State now. It's looking most likely. Tyler Bowen's the offensive line coach there. He was here for 4 years.
Off the field together, hand in hand, like the Wizard of Oz.
He's such a good recruiter too, Tyler Bowen. It's not good that he's got his claws on him. He was my main recruiter here at Penn State. Absolutely loved him. So not good news for us right now. See, we got to find a way. So National Signing Day. So for you probably did signing day in like February when they normally do it. That used to be the normal signing day for a high school senior.
That till 3 years ago.
Yeah, basically, I think it was like
you could do an early one.
You could do an early one. It became possible. I want to say 2018 maybe, but it was still kind of like taboo almost. And then it was really like around my time, 2020, 2021 was when like everybody started signing. It used to be December 16th, December 17th. It's December 3rd now. So we play Rutgers on November 29th, and we have to sign a full class, this 2026 recruiting class, on the 3rd. How many days are in November? What are we looking at? 4 or 5 days? Something like that.
30 days in November.
30 days in November. So you got 4 days. So that's why I say you got that, and then this team next year is going to be made up mainly of transfer portal, not just because guys are going to transfer out, but half of the team are all seniors, so you are already losing most of this roster anyways. So most of your starters next year are probably going to come out of the transfer portal.
That's my question to you. You have a feel for them pretty good. I mean, do you think that a lot of guys are going to follow James?
Yeah, I think a good chunk, especially the rumors right now are Virginia Tech for James. I think he's trying to get some leverage, maybe look at Auburn. But I think wherever he goes, I mean, there's a lot of guys that love him. So you're going to get some people that'll follow him. You're going to get some people that are going to leave naturally. You already have a senior-laden team, so those guys are going to go. And
I'm not, I mean, want to be my crusty old man?
What do you got?
Go.
Yeah.
Build it. Far from fresh.
I would say.
I'm not going to. Have you seen our schedule next year?
It's pretty easy.
Yeah, I'm not going to say easy, but it's pretty damn.
The hardest games we got at Michigan, at Washington, and USC comes here. They're hit or miss.
At 10-2, good possibility.
Yeah, no Oregon, no Ohio State, no Indiana next year. None of those three. We do not play either.
You're talking about a 10-2 program, and that's going to get in the playoffs. So who comes here their first year? They're going to get to the playoffs, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, he's the greatest of all this history of all time." Great coach. But are we going to have the athletes to do it? Are we going to have the players to do it? You're right. If they're going to start signing on December 4th. And our last game was the 29th. Like, what do you do? Like, are you going to name a coach? I mean, what if the coach that we're that I don't know.
Yeah, what if we get Hartline from Ohio State and he's still coaching?
Somebody's still in the, I'm throwing out there Ryan Silverfield from Memphis as a buddy of mine. They might go to the playoff.
Right.
So it's like if Hartline he's not going to leave Ohio State on the day after their Michigan game. He's going to stay with the team throughout the national title run, I think.
That's a good question.
I don't know.
If you got the chance to come be the head coach of Penn State, are you leaving a team that far and away I think is the best team in college football?
Even if it's not Hartline, even if it's a guy who's coaching in the playoff. I can see if they're in a bowl game and they're not going to play. Then that's fine. I get it. But if you're going to go to the playoff, I can't imagine the coach leaving that. So, we may take it on the chin here in December here if we don't get moving here.
Yeah.
But I think that the guy we're looking at or the guys that we're looking at are still
maybe still someone
coaching.
He'll still be in the NFL regular season maybe. Well, Joe Brady, who's familiar here. And he is
the Buffalo Bills.
He is Josh Allen's offensive coordinator, and obviously Terry Pagula is the owner there. Saw him a bunch in the Hard Knocks. Hard Knocks was following around the Buffalo Bills. Pagula is very involved. So obviously, Pagula very involved with Penn State, especially Penn State hockey. But he's a Penn State football lover, and
sure,
if you get the opportunity, I don't know, or do you want to take an OC from the offensive coordinator from the team that is thriving for you and play some?
Sit here and you got to think: does Joe Brady want to leave the Buffalo Bills and come back to a place where you need NIL, transfer portal, maintaining your team 24/7, 365? Again, people were like, "Oh, Urban Meyer." I'm like, dude, Urban Meyer is going to yell at one kid, and the kid's going to go crawl up into his spot or whatever the hell you guys go, and then he's going to think, "I'm fantastic," I'm going so, and then the next school is like, "Oh, you're the greatest player of all time." He's going to get there and going to get yelled at. It's like, come on, man. It's time to grow up.
If I'm already coaching the NFL, I don't want to come back. Not only
I would not want to coach. Would you want to coach in this environment with college football?
No.
See,
not only do you got to coach, you talking about you got to kiss these guys' butts, but you also you got to go recruit 16-year-olds, which was already bad enough that you had to go out and recruit 16-year-olds and tell them how great they were, even though you knew they might not come. Now you got to say, "I love you and you're amazing, and I'm going to give you $1 million." So
here's what I'm thinking.
Can't do it.
This is my feeling. We got 5 minutes here. Here's my feeling. Do we hire I personally think the way you have to do college football right now is you have to have a general manager. You have to have a GM, and then it's easy for the coach to say, whoa. I don't talk money. You go see Landon about the money. That's on you. You guys talk about that. I had those wrestlers on a couple weeks ago. We're talking about Cale Sanderson. So what? I don't want to hear about it. You're here to play football for me right now. I don't want to hear about your money concerns. So what? Get your ass on the field. Let's go play football. So do we hire a general manager first? Or do we hire a coach who has a person that they haven't thought that they can work with? So I say this because I know Bill O'Brien rather well, and Matt Rule. They both were general managers in the NFL. And I'll tell you what, it's the worst thing to do is because this is what I think this is what did James in, is that James wants to be your buddy, right? He's a player's coach.
Yep.
But guess what? The easiest way to screw up a relationship.
Be best friends with
money. Money. And then it is, I can't be your best friend if I'm trying to get you to sign this paperwork for as least money as I could possibly give you because I want to give money else to get somebody else here. So imagine that. Now you're trying to play for me, be my friend, but now I want $1 million and you're only going to give me 500. I'm going to be pissed. And then this is where, like, the divide. I'm convinced that you can't do it. You can't be the money man, coach, and friend of players.
Yeah.
So it's going to be James Franklin, whoever the next coach is. It's going to be Keith Collins, the head coach. All right, I coach football. I recruit football. If you have a money question, you call Landon Tangwell. He's the general manager. Let him take care of all. I think that's how we have to do this.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, you're mixing too many things
you understand what I'm saying about James? Like it's like you played for him.
Well,
he
said it on multiple podcasts. He was self-admittedly said I'm a micromanager and I want to look at everything and have my hands on everything. And you can't do that this day and age. It's impossible to try to manage every little aspect. No. I wouldn't want to coach in general. Forget even being a head coach.
I mean, I saw this coming down the road 20 years ago when I got out of it, man. I just didn't like kissing 16-year-old kids' butts and then not yelling at them and be able to tell them, you can't do that. This is what we do it. So and then it goes to the point where, so let's go back to if we're going to do a general manager, the head coach is the head coach. In the NFL, the general manager hires the head coach.
Right.
I think in collegiate football, the general manager works with or for the head coach.
Yeah, I agree.
The head coach has got to be the top of the tree.
Yeah.
So does the next head coach figure out who he wants to be the general manager? Is the general manager assigned to him?
Yeah,
because you better have a good relationship with him.
I think if you're Pat,
ladies, I apologize.
Absolutely.
Or hers.
If you're Pat Kraft, I think you want to, and that's partially. Not even if you don't have a coach hired, let's say even because by the Rutgers game, or you have someone that might have to wait a week or something like that. I think it's just important if you're Pat Kraft to know who it's going to be, because you can start to have those conversations before it's even official. Okay, well, you're probably going to come. Let's start talking about who would you want as your GM. I'm going to bring my list. You bring your list, and let's see if we have any names that cross over. So I think that's how you go about it. It's got to be collaborative between Pat Kraft and the head coach.
That's the wave of the future and how it has to be done going forward with. This little money thing, cloud is going to be hanging over like any kind of player-coach relationship. I mean, there's the old theory that the head coach is daddy, and then your position coach is your mommy. When you get upset, you go cry to your mom. Right?
Absolutely.
When your dad's going to come and smack you around a little bit when you need smacked around, that's the head coach.
Yep.
Let them hate me is what one of my coaches used to say in high school. Let them hate me. You be their mom. When you go and kiss their butts a little bit and make them feel special, but make them play football. So but it's like we have to have that set up though. But it does scare me with the whole, the 4-day window of if we have a coach in line waiting, what are we going to do? Are we just going to skip a whole recruiting cycle?
I don't know.
I mean, when you sign that paper now, can you transfer from the portal into the portal before you even? If you sign a paper in December, and January 19th, can you transfer already?
You sign the paper on December 3rd. You can transfer on December 4th these days.
It's stupidly insane.
Yep. Goon, welcome to College Football 2025.
Oh my God!
Here we are.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
It's very stupid. Yeah, there's many people. Ohio State's quarterback was at Alabama for 10 days.
Yeah, and then Nick Saban said, "I can't believe I had him on the scout team." I was like, "What are you gonna do? Play him above?" Put him in as a starter?
Yeah.
You got to pay your dues.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So good. What it is. Good show, brother. As usual, man.
Appreciate you. Tyler was awesome also.
We got basketball on the night at 7 o'clock. So
here we go. Basketball season started.
Tonight.
Let's go. Support the boys. This is going to be awesome. Appreciate you guys joining us at the Penn State Golf Course Blue White Modelo Player Show. We will be back next week.